Hi, thanks everyone. My name is Lakhwinder Singh, and I'm a pre-sales manager for Thales Cybersecurity Business Unit based in Dubai. So today I got an opportunity to present Thales Security Solution and how it can help any organizations who is looking for a digital transformation or any other next generation I would say reformation when it comes to their business and their enterprise. So agenda for me today is I'm going to go through the three key, I would say, data protection platform, which is the Thales CipherTrust Platform, which can help any customer when it comes to protecting their data at the core. And also I'm going to go through on the high level when it comes to Thales Luna HSMs, like how you can use this platform when it comes to protecting the I would say the digital trust, especially when it comes to the protecting the keys and certificates when it comes to the digital transformation world. And also, I'm going to cover Thales Access Management Platform, which is our cloud platform, which can be used to secure the access to the enterprise applications. So these are my three main product line, which I'm going to cover today in high level. But in case if you have any questions, please free to put on the live chat. I will keep my eye on that, and once I'm finished with this session, so I'm going to answer them. In case if I'm not able to address all of the questions, then I'm going to give you my email address in the thank you slide. So please free to send me an email if you want to have a more depth discussion about the solutions, and if you have any use case you want to address with the help of our product line. So as a security consultant from the last 10-15 years of my journey when it comes to my careers, so what I have seen, like, when there is any next generation strategy this customer is going for nowadays, and I've seen like especially when it comes to digital transformation, AI and IoT and blockchain, all these kind of technology which nowadays customer is trying to adapt. And once they try to adapt those, it brings a lot of new I would say risk or a new attack surface for a hacker, or for I would say for the bad people to attack on the data of the customer. So if you can see from this slide, all the big companies, either they're in the retail sector or they're in the government sector or in the airlines, you can see there is no industry which is safe when it comes to data and data breach. So the data is important. Again, it's one of the important part of any new initiatives nowadays, any new initiative which customer is trying to achieve for the next generation platform and the strategy. So yes, what we are doing, we are trying to, as a Thales, as a company, trying to find what are the main causes of this data breach, what are the main causes of this cyber threat when it comes to the data breach. So what we have done with our own analysis, with the help of some online surveys from the company itself, we found there is a two main cause of these attacks, and which is with our survey again, the 69% of these breach incidents came from the identity theft. So we have seen like the most of the time any hacker or any bad guy, when he try to get into your network or in your organizations, but what the first idea for them is to get the identity, and when they are heavy or they're fine with the identity is hacked, they will try to go inside into the enterprise to get your sensitive or I would say crucial data from your company side. And what we have analyzed as a consultant, that is from the Thales. So once the identity is compromised, then it goes to take the data out, and most of the time, like around 90% of the data breaches involve the unencrypted data. So that means most of the companies nowadays, whatever the initiatives they are taking care of, or they have an existing or legacy platforms, or they are thinking about the next generation technologies or platform, their data is not as protected, and they have no any data protection centric security approach. So this is where, the first platform, which is I want to discuss with you about what Thales can do. So Thales has a platform which is with the name Thales CipherTrust Platform, which is, I consider myself as a personally, like, it will be a, or it can be a data protection platform or a foundation of the data protection platform for any organization. So how does it work? So I will just, before I go into the product insight, so I just wanted to tell you, like, this is the industrial trend nowadays. If you see, like, from the early 90s to early 20s, and nowadays the customers, they know, okay, these all parameter security layer and silo security approaches, they are not working well, right? Still they can see the data breaches are happening. Even they have a strong parameter security, strong firewalls and antiviruses, and even strong access solutions are there, but still they have some issues is happening. So that's where we see, like, as a Thales, now the market shift is towards going about data centric security. So what this data security constitutes when it comes to, like, what it brings in the table, or I would say bring on the table when it comes to, CISO, or from the top level, I would say management, I would say employees, and I would say the actors in any industry or any company. So what it brings, so when it's, customer has to first of all know, they should know where is their data is actually, and what data and where it is, and is that is sensitive data or not. So it starts from the data discovery first. So the customer has to go inside into their data stores. It could be databases, it could be file server, it could be in the cloud. So wherever your data is, you have to do the discovery of data first, and then you have to classify data on the basis of the risk profile. So, okay, this is my public data, this is my private data, or this is my, I would say, semi-private and public data. So it depends upon what is that type of the data is and what is the risk profile attached to it. So that's the second activity which, data center security is asking for to customer to do. And the third one is, after you know the data, and you discover your sensitive data, you classified it, then you have to do the data protection, or would say data remediation control that, because you need to protect, you need to encrypt or tokenize that data at the core or at the rest, so that tomorrow if there is an attack happen by the help of identity theft or maybe any malware attack, whatever the data which goes out or data goes out from your organization, it is in a encrypted data. So your organization as a company, or you're safe when it comes to the market outcry. And the third part, and I would say, like, fourth part, which is important nowadays, companies are thinking about the encryption, data protection, but they forget the key management, which is then a very much like a very required, I would say, part nowadays for any data center security. So customer has to manage their encryption keys properly, and to make sure they are very much secure, and they're making it the properly key lifecycle management, and they are trying to address all the together these all things, because as you encrypt the data, the risk goes into the encryption keys. So you need to take care of those encryption keys very well. And at not last, you need to monitor and audit. So who is accessing that data? Now you've protected your data. It is now you have to make sure who can access, who cannot access that data. If somebody hasn't accessed that data, at what time he has access. So these kind of controls, again, it is required for any data-centric security solution. So what's the Thales plan? So Thales wants to address all these points, right? So how we addressing with the help of our data-centric security solution, which is Ciphertrust Manager, which I'm going to cover more in coming slides. So the first part is we help customer to discovering their sensitive data. That's the first step we help, which is a built-in solution feature. And once you discover that, classify it, and then you can protect your sensitive data with the help of data encryption and tokenization, or I would say data remediation control, right? And once you protected that data, the same platform will help you, or we say that the point is to store and manage the encryption key. So we help the customer to protect those encryption keys which they have used for their encryption in enterprise. So we can manage them, centralize and manage the key lifecycle. You can create the keys from a fixed level 3 random generator chip and manage them in tamper-proof and tamper-evident hardware. And the fourth step is achieve security and privacy compliance. So we have already a built-in templates for some very specific industrial data protection and data privacy compliance when it comes to PCI, GDPR, HIPAA. So all are built in, and also there are some customized templates for the region which we can define in. So all together comes into the one solution. That's what we wanted to give to the market. So how we are doing it? Yes, here is the platform. The name of the product which we have for covering these all four major points of the data-centric security approach is Ciphertrust Data Security Platform. So what it does, it in general, like in a high level, it covers two main aspects of the data protection. So the first aspect is like data privacy. So it helps the customer to first discover and classify and do the risk analysis of their data. So data wherever it is in their enterprise, with the help of the tool which we have in Ciphertrust, which is data discovery and classification tool, I would say feature, it helps to take care of the data privacy compliance points. And then after doing this data privacy, I would say compliance point, or after discovering the data and classification, then we can put the data security. So this is where the key concepts which you might already know in the market: encryption, tokenization, key management, access control, audit logs, monitoring. So all these come into one platform as a high level on the concept, and we help you to discover, protect, and control your data everywhere. So how we are doing it as a solution, again, it's not like I would say it's one product. It's a combination of the software and hardware. So we say from ourselves is a Ciphertrust is a data security platform. So it has different modules which I'm going to discuss with you in the coming slides. So what it's on the high level what it does, so it has the data discovery and classification module, which helps to first find out your data in your enterprise which is sensitive and where it is, and after, on the basis of your policies, you can put this data remediation control, which can be a transparent encryption, and it can be a database encryption, it can be an application protection encryption, and it can be a tokenization. So we have these all flavor of data remediation control we have in the inbuilt product. So the customer has a very flexible platform to which particular approach they wanted to use to protect their data. As I said to earlier, so we help the customer to do the enterprise key management with the same platform. So when we do the encryption, we manage our encryption keys, and along that we given a very much an access to the customer to manage their existing encryption keys also. So in case if customer has some other encryption keys in their enterprise, so we help them also to to manage them properly. Either it is in a cloud or those infrastructure, or it could be on-premise. So we are coming all together in one solution, and I'm going to cover how we can achieve that in coming slides. So as I said, like Ciphertrust Manager, so it is one of our latest platform which we have released in the market, which is again is not a new product. As you know, like we have this product available in the market with the name of Warmetric DSM and the Key Secure. So what we have done, we took the best of the both and put this Ciphertrust Manager as a product in the market, and it's in a combination of hardware and software. So if you can see from the picture on the left, so we have this product which is an hardware and software way which is present there. And then we can use the software modules, which is from file server encryption to database application, the tokenization, dynamic masking, and the discovery. So all together, it comes in a one, I would say, in a one project and all together. So I will just go through quickly through the first module of this product, which is data discovery. So what we does with the help of the data discovery and classification module of this product, So we can go and go inside into the wherever your data is, either it is on the cloud, databases, file share, or it could be in a big data. So we go there and try to find out what is your sensitive data based on your info types and what are the policy you want to define. Once you define those policy, this tool will discover the data and classify it and put the risk profile on the top on the basis of the pre-existing policy which you define. And then what we do with the help as a tool, like we can go into the data remediation and we give you data remediation control, and even the company's high profile I would say people like CEO, CISO, and IT admins or IT security admin, they have a dashboard all the time. Their availability, so like what kind of data is there and what kind of data they're saying is coming more in the when it comes to the sensitivity. So all these kind of dashboards are available for customer to find out exact critical data which they have in your enterprise. And then reporting and compliance is built in the product, so which give you to extract some reports on the basis of the compliance, which is predefined compliance template is there, like GDPR, PCI, or HIPAA, and all those compliance are there. So those templates will help to pull out the reports from the same product. And just to jump into that, the other module of this platform, which is a Thales CipherTrust Transparent Encryption. So as you know, like once we discover the data, classify the data, so we need to encrypt that data, right? So we have this Thales Trust in Transparent Encryption, which is one of the second module, I would say, in the solution of Ciphertrust Manager as a platform itself, which help a customer to encrypt the data across to the all physical location and even in the cloud. So once you discover your data wherever it is present in your on-premise or cloud infrastructure, we can use this particular product to encrypt the data wherever it is, right? So we can say environment could be any of from the file level, could be a file servers, could be databases, could be applications, could be big data, container. So whatever your environment is, we can use Thales CipherTrust Transparent Encryption to do the encryption of that data wherever it is at rest, either it is in cloud or it is when they are on premise. So that's the first way we can achieve the data encryption after doing the data discovery and classification. And the second way is we have an option, Thales CipherTrust Developer Suite. So what it does is like an SDK and REST Protect App APIs. If you see it in a picture, so what we can do, we can put our APIs into the application server level, and then the customer can use to encrypt or tokenize this particular sensitive data. I just took an example of a credit card number. So once this data is up and solution is up and running, so customer can encrypt or tokenize the data with the help of Ciphertrust Manager and the Cipher Developer Suite. So that's the one option, and even we can do the tokenization also. So if in case customer wants to tokenize the data on the basis of their policy, so they can use our tokenization REST and direct interface of the tokenization and dynamic masking together. So if I go more in detail a little bit about the third module, which is the important module. Now we have already discussed the data discovery and classification module. After that, we discover how the data remediation or how we can do the data encryption and tokenization with the help of encryption and API tools of the Ciphertrust platform. Last, which is one of the very important part, and most of the compliance are asking for a key management. So this same appliance can be used to do the key management not for our own key encryption, I would say. Like also we can use this same appliance to do the key management for the third party, I would say, encryption technology. If you start from the databases, if you already have some databases which have the encryption on, but the keys are in their soft wallet, so you can bring those keys into this Thales product, which is like brings you like a separation of duty or a separation of or a separation when it comes to the key management. So that's what we can do with the databases. And then we on the left hand side we can see the storage vendors, so big data vendors. So if in case you already have those encryption on this vendor and you can offload the keys on this Thales CipherTrust Platform. If you have some homegrown application of web servers and CAs, certificate authorities, they already have some private keys which is in the software or in the same web servers, software servers. So you can bring those keys into this Thales CipherTrust Key Manager. And if in case you are thinking or you already have the cloud migration as a strategy and you're going for these public cloud vendors like Azure or AWS or Salesforce, so you can use the same platform to do key management. I would say bring your own key kind of setups with this multi-cloud key manager in the same product. So at last, what I would say, like, this same platform is again always a win-win situation for any customer. So in case if you already have the product which has encryption, so you can offload the key management to this product appliance, I would say. And in case if you don't have, you can use this product to discover that data and encrypt that by using the inbuilt feature module technologies. So it's always like a win-win game for a customer. That's what I would say. So just to cut the story short, so this is how the Thales data protection and key management story goes. So on the top, you can see first we help the customer to go for a data visibility, so discover there and classify their data. And after they do this, the scan on their whole enterprise, then we help them to do the data remediation by using transparent encryption or the tokenization solution, which is again a part of the CipherTrust platform. And not, I would say, I don't want to forget to mention it. So after this all story, encryption and data classification story, yes, we do the key lifecycle management. So we do the key management not only for our encryption product, we also can offload the key lifecycle management for the third-party key, I would say, encryption technology, which we just discussed in the previous slide. So this is how you can see as a platform itself. So CipherTrust platform will be a centralized platform. So it can be in a hardware, it could be a software model. So we have both models offering at the moment. And on the I would say the ring, you can see from the left to right. So so we have the data discovery and classification module in the same product, and then we have a file and folder encryption, we have a database encryption, we have an application encryption, then tokenization and dynamic masking, container encryption. So all these modules, they come with this same product. So on the right hand side, when it comes to the enterprise key management, cloud key management, and the third-party storage or database KMIP management protocol, key management protocol. So all these are coming all together in one solution, which is CipherTrust Data Security Platform. So again, you can decide your journey when it comes to your as a company, how want you start with. So we can help you on this. We can do some pre-qualification questions and session with you guys in depth. And we can explain you how we can use this platform to help you to data protection for your company and help you to go for a next generation digital transformation or any other data center security initiation. I would say you have taken in your company already. So I will jump into the second product line. So this product line which we just discussed was data protection platform. Now the second product line which is very important, the name of the product is Thales Luna HSM, which is very much is like in a crypto vault, which is required nowadays for securing any traditional and emerging technologies. So you need a crypto vault where you can create the keys and protect those keys for your from your digital trust, or could be any new emerging technologies. So I'm going to cover this in my coming slides, what this product is and what are the use cases again you can address with this product, or might be already have some use cases which you're looking at after for it. So just in general, why we need HSM. So most of people I have seen from my past experience, people, they know when they need HSM. So in case if I can give you like why you people they look for an HSM, which is first point is security. So security is right again. comes to the data breaches, right? So when the data is got compromised, the most of time we have seen the data is not encrypted, or there is no any proper private key encryption, or was a private key protection has been done. Okay, so right with the customer. So we use HSM for the security to protect the keys in a secure fifth level and common criteria certified box, which can be not compromised with any attack. And second is again compliance. In each compliance nowadays, when start from FIPS to any PCI to GDPR, these compliance that they're asking to have an HSM. When it's without HSM, you cannot go ahead with their projects. So these are the two main reason why customers they look for an HSM. And that, and there is a key point I was want to mention. Like most of the time, customer have a risk when they're storing the keys in the software. So we have seen a lot of attacks. It happens because customers they keep the keys in a software wallet. For example, it's in a web server. Let's thinking. So you have a web server which is public faced, or let's say public network faced, right in the DMZ zone. And then what happened? Any attack happen on this web server nowadays is to take the private keys who's signing all the the HTTPS sessions, right? So you can imagine that private key is compromised, then the attacker can do whatever they want, right? So after that, so yes, keys are vulnerable to the loss, theft, and even keys stored in the application. The quality of the keys is also not that good, right? Because it's generated from the software, not from a, I would say, FIPS or any common criteria certified hardware box. So the quality of the keys and the protection of these keys are not that solid when it comes to storing the keys into the software. So this is where why you want to leave your keys at risk, right? So that's where customers are. They need hardware security modules, a secure vault for the cryptographic keys. So this is something must, as I said, like not from only security point of view, every security compliances, which is our regulations, they're asking to have an HSM in your company, because without that, you cannot, you keeping your keys at the risk, right? So what we do, so what is the hardware security module and what is why it is important? So as I said, like, keys in the software is always in the risk, right? Because of it's again, it's an operating system which can be, vulnerable, or sometimes there are some patches which is not there on the up to the time, and it's easy to, for any hacker to go inside your system and to get those keys out. So that's why you need a product like an HSM. So you need to keep those crypto keys in the hardware. So because the keys are secured in the tamper-resistant hardware, so that's the one important part. And the second part is the private keys cannot be extracted. So once the keys are in this crypto vault, that cannot be taken out. So that's how the security is. Whatever the application you have, they cannot take out the private keys out. So you need a private keys to be there inside all the time in this hardware. So whatever the transaction, or I would say any signing transaction or encryption transaction is happening, again, it is happening in this secure memory of this hardware. So cryptographic performance performed in a secure environment. So it's not only to keeping the keys, we need to make sure the keys like a crypto encryption signing operation is happening in the secure environment. So also, hardware, again, these hardware give a very, I would say, a strong entropy when it's coming to the key generation. So which is very much is you required when it comes to any strong keys to be creation, right? So when it comes to software vaults, as discussed, the entropy is not strong because again it's based on the software. But in the HSMs, the keys are taken out from the the I would say quantum, or I would say a true random generator source when it comes to the entropy side. So last, independent validation such as a FIPS and also common criteria. So these boxes are certified with this leading I would say cryptos world certification authorities. So they have done those already tested, and they certified these boxes. Okay, they are valid product when it comes to keeping the keys and key protection. Again, it comes into the two forms. If you see on the right hand side picture, so it's in a hardware product. So it comes into first form, it is a network form on the top. So it's in a device, comes into your network, and then you can use this product with your applications. So a lot of application they can contact to HSM through the network connection to secure their products, keys, and also do their crypto operations. And it comes into the second form, which is PCI card. So in case sometime customer has their very they want to build a secure box solution. So where they have an application server on a system, and on the same hardboard was this hardware, they want to put this PCI card on the same motherboard to just to give in a complete solution. So customer, they use this PCI card over there and this kind of solution. So whenever it is required to give a one box solution to their customers. So there are some traditional use cases. So one of the very common use case, which is PK infrastructure. So you can use this HSM if you already have a PK infrastructure. And again, this particular HSM which we are talking about, Luna, it has 400 plus third-party integration, out-of-box integration. So they can integrate with most of the leading vendors when it comes to the PK infrastructure. So what it does, it secure the root and the private signing key of your certificate authorities in the HSM. The second very common use case which you see is the TLS and SSL key, private key protection. So if you already have some WAF solutions from F5, Palo Alto, or could be Microsoft web servers, or it could be in a Linux web server like an Apache. So we can integrate with them to protect their private signing key. So which is, to be very frank, very important nowadays, because most of the attacks is we've seen in the recently in the news, like it happened because the private key got compromised from these WAF technologies, and which helped them and a hacker to sign the I would say man in middle kind of signing request with the help of the private key which customer has for their enterprise. And again, you can use the same HSM for code signing. So we have can keep the private key in the same HSM. So all the code signing operation can be done with this product, which can be used with the help of this third-party solution. So database encryption keys, very important. So sometime you already have some databases like Oracle, SQL Server, IBM DB2, HashiCorp, Vault. So all these master encryption keys is stored in the same soft wallet. So what we do, we offload these keys into the HSM so that the private keys, or mainly the master encryption key, is not able to compromise if there is any attack happen on these servers. As you know, they are running on their softwares, underlying software via Windows and Linux. So yes, so what we do keep the keys into the same wallet. So this is again one of very traditional use case. The people nowadays, they're using this HSM. And at the last, it's cloud, which is one of very traditional use case. If customers are looking into the public cloud or migration to the public cloud like an Azure or AWS or could be Google, so they can use this product HSM as to keep the keys with them, and also to bring your own key kind of concepts, which is something is nowadays compliance is asking our customer. They can keep the master encryption key control with them, and let this public cloud vendor to do the encryption on the infrastructure, but they keep the control of the keys with them with the help of the standard integrations which is available at the moment with this HSM. So that was a very traditional use case, but now I'm coming up some modern technology use cases. As I told in my presentation when we started, like customers are looking at for their the next generation I would say application transformations, and also looking at the digital transformation, so that they can be one of the best organization when it comes from the users friendly and the performance point of view when it comes to the organizations, right? So this is where we are helping with that same HSM technology, especially when it comes to IoT use cases. It comes from smart city to any I would say cryptocurrency, and when it comes to any use cases when it comes to maybe like in a car industry. So whenever there are some smart meters, they need a trust, right? So what we're doing, our customer are using our HSMs, they integrate with our third-party application, I would say technology partner like Keys Active Device Authority. So what they do, they use our HSM to again to create the keys and to sign those, identity, digital identity of those IoT, I would say devices with the help of this same HSM, so that their IoT infrastructure, they don't get compromised in case if those keys, signing keys, go into the market. Again, it has so one of our very common use case nowadays we see from a lot of companies, when especially when because of the COVID epidemic, so customers they want some remote signing solution. So we see this as a trend after this COVID has comes up very much in most of the organizations. So we can use same HSM which is something in a mandatory compliance requirement from the common criteria protection profile. So we can use our vendors technology partner like Cryptomatic, Associa, and also there are some more. We can they use our HSM for EDAS remote signing use cases. Blockchain, again, as I told you, like, we can use the same product for Hyperledger, Ripple, or any cryptocurrencies to bring the trust again in the distributed environment. So we keep the main root signing key and the private signing keys in the HSM. So in case if there is any new keys needs to be created, or we need to sign those, this next generation blockchain transaction, so we can use the same HSM to do that too. Post quantum crypto, so this is something is pretty much in the news nowadays. So people are looking at the quantum safe technologies, because they think like if there is a quantum wave is coming up, not now, maybe in the 5 to 10 years. So they need a solution which is giving them a quantum readiness platform or solution. So yes, we are helping there also. So we have integrations with the third-party vendor like IDQ is one of an ISARA. So they are a technology partner, which we can use these partners' external entropy to I would say quantum proof entropy, which can be used in the same product. And also we have the quantum random key generator, which is present in the same product as an HSM. So that is one very much use case we are addressing too. And when it comes to the 5G, which is very much is now in a lot of I would say nations, they are looking after to go for this platform. Again, when it comes to 5G, it brings a lot of risk when it comes to the key management, to keep those key trust in a secure place. So what we are doing a lot of joint venture with a lot of telcos to protect their 5G infrastructure with the help of these HSMs. These HSM are capable of having these new algorithms which is used for this 5G I would say platform, and those are supported to generate the keys, to sign the request, again to keep the keys. Already we have a lot of I would say initiative has been taken with Thales, with some of the leading telco in the industry, and we are there with these HSMs. So this is again the last modern technology use case. I want to just make sure like we can cover so what we're doing, so this Thales HSMs, Luna HSM, we say like it's like a foundation of a digital trust. So you need this, you can use this product as a root of trust in your organization, and then you can start building your digital trust on the top of this hardware. So when it comes to keys in the hardware, strong security architecture, it will help you to meet the compliance. We have a breadth of integration, as I told you, like we have more than 400 plus integrations available with the third-party vendors. So you can integrate it with them. Key ownership, it will help you to keep the keys with you all the time when it comes to cloud or any on-premise application. Then it comes to post-quantum, superior performance when you need a performance from a hardware module. So it is designed to do a crypto operation in a highly performance environment. And reliability, reliability is very much important, which is something is required when it comes to a crypto box. So we come with a cluster of these devices. So high availability is there. And when it comes to the management, again, it's very much straightforward GUI based, and you can monitor these appliances from your from your data center anytime. And designed for the modern data center, and it also help you to multi-cloud, I would say, hybrid model. So in case if you are looking at on a model not only on-premise hardware, so we have the an offering of the cloud HSM, so it can work in hybrid mode. So you can I would say merge your hardware maybe for your production, and you can put the DR in the cloud, so you can do this mix and match, or maybe development environment in your cloud. So we have this all offering together coming with this product, which is Thales Luna HSM. And this is the last slide which I want to cover when it comes to the Luna HSM side. So we are bringing it all together as a hybrid HSM portfolio. So we can offer this product from on-premises, as I said, like in a hardware box. And then we can use this product. I would say we have our product, which is HSM as in a service, with the help of the pod or crypto hypervisor. So we are giving an additional facilities. You can use this with the help of our crypto hypervisor. I would say, sell as a service, and you can use our product from our cloud also. So also we have we can use this same product if you already have some cloud SV service provider HSM. So they all can work together in all kind of models which you want to achieve with it. So we love to have a discussion with you in case if you have a current requirement on this HSM from on-premise to cloud on a hybrid mode. So we can design your this HSM infrastructure for your organization on the basis of your requirement. So so that's something I want to go. Just want to discuss about the HSM. So now I want to switch into our very most demanding, one of most demanding technology, which is SafeNet. Thales CipherTrust Access. It's an access management solution which can help organization to protect their enterprise application from any identity theft attacks. So I will give you on a high level what we are doing it, how we are doing it. So Thales Access Management and Authentication Portfolio. So this is the product which I discussed, CipherTrust Access. How it does actually. So we help a customer right now from the policy-based access, and then on the top of this, then we help them to put what kind of authentication you want to put. Once you have defined your policies for an access to any of your enterprise application, and then the same product we help customer give you a smart single sign-on interface. So we can combine this all together in this one solution, and the name of the solution is CipherTrust Access. So what we does, as I explain you, so we help customers so first to get their target apps. So what are their solution already have in an enterprise and what they want to address. For example, when it comes to Office 365, or they have like ServiceNow. There are a lot of web application, on-premise and cloud application. Then we can help them to define particular user, what in groups, what kind of a policy they want to put on the basis of scenarios, on the basis of context and risk, and also on the basis of compliance focused. So you can define the policies for the customer or your inside users, and the basis of that also you can put what kind of authentication mechanism you want to put. So either you put a password, or you want to put password plus one-time password, and you need one-time password for every session, or maybe you need only for one session time. So you can define these policies and monitor the risk from the dashboard of this solution. And on the basis of what are the risks you see from the dashboard, or what are the the log you see, you can adjust those policy on the basis of the on your monitoring. So all come together when it comes to the policy-based access. So how we are doing, we're supporting the cloud and the web-based application you use. So and many more. There are some vendors, it is already on this slide, but again, we have more than 200 to 300 integrations, which is out of box. And still, if you don't have those vendors in line in our, we don't have those vendors in our product, so we can still bring your own applications. So we support the default, SAML protocol customized authentication, which is a generic template. So we can bring all together in the same solution in case if it is not there. So that's one thing which I'll say was discussing. First is like we help you to put the scenario-based policies on the basis of your risk, and you put the authentication like password, two-factor, but also we give you a smart single sign-on with the same product as in a solution. So what it does, you can log to all of your appliance once the solution is integrated with your all appliance applications. Then a user, they have a one single interface to log in into your apps with your current identity, and you can then decide, what kind of, application, I would say, user you want. Okay, after the web login pages comes up, then you can decide, okay, I have an F5, this user should log in with the password, or he needs an additional authentication control, like a two-factor authentication required on the basis of your risk and policy. So all can be defined in a single smart single sign-on page, which is one of very core feature of this product when it comes to the smart single sign-on. So how we are doing the authentication? So we support most of the leading authentication or with the authenticator in our product. So when it comes to from password-based authentication from Kerberos, push OTP, hardware, software tokens, SMS token, pattern-based token, and again, PKI token, which is something most of the time you might not have found in the industry, like a solution which support one-time password solution and also PKI together. So we are supporting these all method in one same technology, and along that we are also supporting the third-party methods with us, which is like a Windows Hello, biometric, and also FIDO Alliance. So we have the solution, the star, which can be used with the help of this traditional authenticator along with the third-party I would say authenticator when it comes to Windows Hellos and FIDO products. So we have a lot of products when it comes to authenticator as a solution to support our product. So yes, again, you can, as I said, like we are not just discussing the one-time password solution. So again, we are the leader in the PKI authentication. So we can use the same platform or maybe the transformation with the PKI. So we can use our own Thales smart cards and smart tokens, which can keep the certificates to authenticate into this platform, and you can use that same solution for signing request if you already have some authentication or signing solutions in your company or in your applications in the same system. So again, we also come up with the next generation PKI smart cards. So nowadays, as you know, customers, they are going away from the hardware. So we have launched also the virtual smart cards, we say, virtual PKI smart cards, which can be used to, again, to log in into not only to SafeNet Access. Again, you can extend that smart card, virtual smart card for using for your PKI use cases for login, signing, and all. So this is where we, I say, like we evolved. So we were the leader all the time, and we having these products when new product which is join our PKI family. One is the ID Prime Virtual, which is I said next level virtual smart cards, which can be used for all of your PKI use cases when it comes to signing, authentication, and also some other encryption use cases. And also we are come up with the hardware, which is a FIDO hardware authenticator. So our hardware can be used for encryption, not for authentication, can be also used for signing the the request, which is we have the tokens which is certified with the FIDO. So yes, definitely we're maintaining our smart card and tokens, which is best of the breed. Again, we already an existing vendor to known as a like for smart cards and tokens. Yes, we can use the existing our offering, plus along with the we can use our ID Prime, which is the next generation technology. So all together with the same solution. Just to quickly, I want to go through about the evolving PKI solution. So as I said, like FIDO 2 solution from Thales. So we already has, we have putting this solution, which is smart card as and the token, which is FIDO supported. And what is the main advantage of us when it comes to these tokens? So we are not only supporting the FIDO platform for authentication with this platform, but along that you can use the same token and certificate, I would say the card for using your PKI use cases too. So as I said, like, same token can be used for FIDO authentication. Also, you can use the same token for your PKI use cases. So 2-in-1 product, so which is something is very much is required nowadays as per the I've seen like in an industry when it comes to the authentication mechanism from the PKI point of view. This point, just this slide, like I want to cover like where like nowadays this customer is asking, or might be there's a big buzzword in the organizations and also in the industry, like a passwordless authentication. So same solution we can use as a fast passwordless authentication with the help of inbuilt features, which is push OTP with the pin or a bio on the pin, which can be used from window hello or biometric on iOS and Android. With the help of this, we can give a very much like a passwordless experience for a customer or end user when it comes to the authentication. We can use our PKI based authentication, then you don't need to use any, or you don't need to put any password or a one-time password during the authentication. You can use the PKI product, which is supported in the same solution. So we support FIDO hardware, which is again give us a customer for a next generation passwordless authentication experience. So all coming also is in a solution. Just to want to cover it. So, so what at the last I would say compile is with the help of STAR, SafeNet Trust Access, and along with our these additional offering when it comes to the PKI and plus FIDO compliance products. So we are helping most of the all organizations when it comes to the healthcare or when it comes to government sectors, utility, public sector, financial sector, and even we are helping to all the organizations to get ready for the GDPR and EDAS kind of requirement when it comes to the compliance. So yes, so Thales security solution address the security across the in all this industrial segment with the help of this Thales CipherTrust Access solution, and along with this FIDO and the PKI add-on solution. So why you need it? So Thales Access Management and Authentication, which will help you, as I said in the previous, the first slide, the first attack surface areas is increased is about the identity, right? Identity theft. So with the help of Thales Access Management and Authentication solution, you can protect those identity theft. So you can give the right access to the right user and do the right, I would say, session management, which will help you to protect or prevent the breaches, enable the cloud transformation securely, because nowadays every company has maybe 1 to 10 to 30 applications when it comes to the cloud applications. So you can use this product to just to plug in like integration with these cloud applications, and then you can control your user access, either they're working remotely or from home or from your office. So wherever they are accessing this cloud application, you can protect their access. And again, the last point is simplify the compliance. Again, this by putting these controls, you can help to achieve your compliance goals when it comes to the identity theft. And also, again, I don't want to miss the data protection and the HSM portfolio, which we discussed. So once you bring these all product on the table, so to help you to, again, to simplify the compliance for you. All right, so the last slide, I just want to, tried in this my slide, and I tried to put all the product offerings which we are doing from the Thales security solution. So if I say from the bottom of the slide, if you see, like, the first is the questions always ask how you're doing the delivery of these products, right? How you're giving this product in the market. So as I discussed earlier, so we can give you this product not from an on-premise point of view. We can give you from the cloud point of view also, and also we can mix this product offering also. So on the basis of your design of your architecture and how you're looking at in future to expand your data centers, so we can design these product according to your usage and your data center. And when it comes to unified data security solution, so this is where I would say security at the core. So you need to protect the data and the identity, right? As you know, even after having this all parameter next generation technology or firewall technology in your company, you're still seeing the issues, right? You still see the data breach is happening, right? So yes, we need this security at core. So this is where I said from my previous slides, like we help you to first identify and classify the data, and after that we help you to encrypt, tokenize, and digital sign that sensitive data. Either it is that data at rest, either in the motion, on the application, tokenization, masking. So we have this all technical control to protect your data. And then once you have taken care of your data, and then also, like the risk goes into the encryption keys. So you should manage the encryption keys very well. Either you're taking our solution for encryption, or you already have some third-party encryption solution. So you need to do the centralized key management with the help of this, I would say next generation interface, like a bring your own key, KMIP interface, TD-PKCS11 interface, and even we are giving a direct REST API interface for your application to do the key management from the same appliance and products. And on the right hand side, we should not forget about identity, right? Again, we need to make sure the right people, they're accessing the encrypted data, and they have the right access to their enterprise application. So with the help of our access management, multi-factor authentication, and PKI credential management solution, we can help you to protect the identity thefts also. So to cut the story short, so what we are doing, we can protect everything everywhere. So wherever your data, wherever your identity is lying, either it's an application, database, file system, virtual networks, big data, container, public or private cloud infrastructure, wherever your data it is. So we can give you a solution together to give you a centralized data protection key management platform. Then we have a centralized Luna HSM, which is like a root of trust for your organization. And then we have access management solution, which is SafeNet access management solution, give you to manage your identities, which is something very much is important nowadays. So so that's something I want to cover on very high level. So I know it's very hard for us to cover these all product in depth in this kind of sessions and this kind of events. But again, I just wanted to thank you guys for listening me for the last 1 hour. And in case if you think all the products which I discussed with you guys in the session make any close link to your strategy, or maybe your data protection or access management strategy when it comes to your next generation or with the new initiatives in your company. So please don't hesitate to contact me. My email address is mentioned on this slide. So I'm based in Dubai, but again, we have a technical team which is scattered across to the Mecca and MENA region. So we can come to you guys remotely or physically if the COVID pandemic premise allow us. And yes, I'd love to help you guys to build your new strategy when it comes to the data protection and access management. That's all from my side. Thanks again for your time. I appreciate your time, and have a great day ahead.